Welcome to my channel, where I will be reading the actual words from an 1800s newspaper. In the 1800s, many women used guns and were very proficient at it. This young girl is Phoebe Ann Mosley, who grows up to be Annie Oakley, one of the most famous sharpshooters of the time. If you stay tuned to the end of this video, you'll see a very short movie clip of Annie Oakley in action. Well, it looks like Annie's telling me it's time to read our newspaper. Today, we'll be reading together the Star and Sentinel from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, dated Friday, August 4th, 1871. Before we start today's paper, I'd like to answer people's comments, and if they request a story that they saw on screen that I didn't talk about, I'd be happy to go back and read it for them. So here are a couple of articles that were requested from the National Republican from Washington, D.C. Home news by telegraph, events that are transpiring in various quarters. Cobourg, Ontario, July 4th. This morning, two boys, Patrick Cochin and Thomas Kennelly, while under the influence of liquor, were run over and instantly killed by a train on the Grand Trunk Railroad near this station. New York. Victor Emerson, a seaman on the bark Oliver Cutts from St. Kitts, is this morning reported dead at quarantine from yellow fever. Two other seamen of the same vessel are at the hospital with the same disease. Here is the Star and Sentinel newspaper articles from Gettysburg. An item for every man to read. We have all of us probably met with instances in which a word heedlessly spoken against the reputation of a woman has been magnified by malicious minds until the cloud has been dark enough to overshadow her whole existence. To those who are accustomed, not necessarily from bad motives, but from mere thoughtlessness, to speak lightly of ladies, we commend these hints as worthy of your consideration. Never use a lady's name in an improper time or in mixed company. Never make assertions about her that you think untrue or allusions that you feel she herself would blush to hear. When you meet with men, do not scruple to make use of a woman's name in a reckless and unprincipled manner. Shun them, for they are the worst members of the community, men lost to every feeling of humanity. Many a good and worthy woman's character has been forever ruined, and her heart broken by a lie manufactured by some villain, and repeated where it should not have been, and in the presence of those whose little judgment cannot deter them from circulating the foul and bragging report. Respect the name of a woman, for your mother and sisters are women, and as you would have their fair names unembittered by the slanderer's bitter tongue, heed the ill that your own words may bring upon the mother, sister, or wife of your fellow creature. The boiler of a Staten Island ferry boat exploded on Sunday while the vessel was lying at one of the New York docks and crowded with passengers. The details of the disaster are terrible. 50 persons met an instant death and over 100 were wounded. Franklin. John Wise, the aero runt, made a balloon ascension from the public square in Chambersburg on Saturday. as accompanied by Augustus V. Reinman of that place. They descended on the farm of Christian Stouffer near Waynesboro after being in the air 1 hour. $100 reward will be paid for such information as will secure the arrest and conviction of the person or persons who set fire to Schoolhouse Number 7, Clear Spring, Butler Township, burnt on Friday, July 7, 1871, by order of the school board. Wanted, 5,000 railroad cross ties by the Susquehanna, Gettysburg, and Potomac Railway. For further information, inquire of Hugh D. Scott, General Agent. Valuable town property at private sale. The undersigned executors of the estate of Elias Slagle, deceased, offer at private sale the home mansion situated in New Oxford, containing 10 acres more or less of good farming land. The improvements are a 2-story brick house with an out kitchen attached, frame barn with carriage house, hog pen, corn crib, and all other necessary outbuildings attached. A well, if of never-failing water, at the door, with a variety of kinds of fruit. It is very desirable home, and persons wishing to purchase should call before going elsewhere. It is desirably located for business, adjoining the warehouse of Messrs. Melhorn and Bender. Any person wishing to view either of the properties will please call on the last named executor residing in New Oxford, George Slagle. There is no book so cheap as a newspaper, none so interesting, because it consists of a variety, measured out in suitable portions as to time and quality. Being new every week, it invites to habits of reading and affords an easy way of acquiring knowledge so essential to the individual and community. Refrigerators, the best thing out, chest refrigerators, cheap, economical, and just what every housekeeper wants. A few pounds of ice will keep butter hard, preserve meat, and answer the purpose of a cool safe. If not wanted as a refrigerator, it will answer as a bread, cake, or pie chest, preventing bread from drying out, winter or summer.